to join in the war with Russia unless I force them to break alliance. I just don't want them to bother me. So I think I actually will force them to annul alliance with Russia. Even if I start the war right now, Brits will be called in later on. So yeah, we will make separate peace with Brits despite the diplomatic cost of it. It would be so nice just to make separate peace with Mamluks, but oh well. Unless I want to rush Brits again, but I don't think it's worth... I mean, it's the better move to do, to make my peace just with Mamluks, but kinda don't want to. Take this capital while we're here. Brits may have fought well, but they're not going to beat me like this. Good grief, it's not legal to own people like that. Ottoman rebels are out of my land, not a concern anymore. I still hope that they defect from Lithuania so I can just fight the Ottomans individually. Oh, they had something left here. Take it over. Ooh. You're right. It is legal to own people in PRoman. Maybe I should fix that. Welcome to the map, Yaz. Okay, surely you guys would let me do despicable peace with you. Not quite. Well, take down that fort and then see how cocky they are. Well, both these forts, actually. Tah. And take you down. No point having more complications on the way here. We can purchase an ability. Naval engagement would be pretty useful against the Brits, but I can't say no to improved artillery barrage. Improved artillery range, rather. Artillery damage from back row is massive. It's probably the strongest military button you can click in the game, that. Okay, Lagor is down and out. So they're just there to add to war score. Poor Fu Manchu are down and out again. What's that? You would say no to an alliance with Russia now. However, I need these two provinces off of you. And now you're not so keen on peace. That's fine, these next two sieges will make you see the error in your ways. Do you need the province south of Shat from the Mamluks? Yeah, I need this province from the Mamluks. Clunk. And I think I need those. Yeah. It's probably going to look really hideous where I own this part of the map, but I'm not going to take this whole area. Makes no sense. There's nothing there. I played Terranigma. I know there's nothing there. Let's just lightly convince them of making peace. One of those forts go down and we're all good. Also, thanks for the admin power. I do need it somewhat. 75. One of these forts falls and we're all done. I'm not looking to punch even more money out of them. I just want the war to be over. Russia have dishonored with Brits. Well, sometimes things just work for you. Guaranteeing the independence of Castile and Shirvan. That Castile guarantee is not nice. I will have to break Russia up from that. You need Ardabil too, I think. Ardabil is, yeah, good point. I missed, or almost missed that. Ardabil, Shat, and Shirvan, and that should be our lot. Yeah, and they probably want to give it up now that their good friend Russia decided they're not worth the time. There we go, just a bit more of a push and they're down and out. There we go. Well, they say there they go, but they're not going to take it until we grab that. But now there's no reason for me to make separate peace with you, because I don't need to break you up from Russia. So let's just do it like Oh, I need to occupy Shat first. Bah, humbug. Can't demand stuff unless you occupy it in a war like this. I just want a quick peace here, so let's occupy it. That's no problem, it's in range of a fort. It's also in range of my gigantic armies. Jake, didn't you miss Kazina? Kazina. Oh, wait, what? It is part of this area. Well, I guess I did miss Kazina. Yeah, I'm gonna need to occupy that as well. So much to occupy, so little time. And our diplomat's dead, but death is just another part of life. I know I grabbed a statesman instead of a diplomat, so sue me. Well, that's not to be expected, but okay. Mamlukian pretender rebels busting on in to our army without a general. I'm sure we can take them on, but why? I'm doing you a favor here. Too much of a favor. Okay, that should be everything I need to make my wonderful peace deal. And that is it. That is the Eastern Front secured. All the areas done good and proper. Kazi, this takes care of you. There, along here, and all of this. Very nice. Very, very nice. Next up is Russia. Jake, overextension. Yeah, it's only at 28.1. Now you might be saying, but you have too much of this. And I say, well, yeah, but I only need to hold out until November. I've got the peace deal in the bag until then. Let's just continue putting some boots into Tabrits. Pretty hard to convert much in a batch right now. I need these cores done. These accursed Mamluks though. Right, let's just go and pay them a visit. Also kill those disgusting rebels. Overextension is indeed just a number. I managed to hit 8,000 of it, I believe, and I've never managed to beat that record. If you can even see it as a record. Alright, Amal, it's down. Let's just work on Golistan while we're here. Ta. Nice attempted defense of your capital there, but Shaggy's on point to boot them out. Amaralon sook glory by picking on a tiny stack like that. Hang on, did I hear that about Lagore? They dare to take this land back from me? I think not. Kill them and then create a little choke point. You don't need leadership for this. Would really like to have a fort or two just to stop people slithering through here. But, you know, they're never going to get further than Cairo anyway. Tabrits and Mosul are down. Mosul's fine, it's fortified. Tabrits is also fortified, but what's not fine is that these provinces are... okay. They're being cored. Wait, no, they're not. Okay, then I don't care about them falling or not. It's just this land that's being cored. Tariffs. Tariffs sound awesome. Mamluks, however, are decidedly not awesome. Baghdad is also part of the not awesome crew here. It's not fortified. Just do what you gotta do, guys. I used to follow live, says Detour. I'm at like episode 68 now, unfortunately. Good stream, and everyone. Well, Detour, I have very highly enjoyed this campaign. I continue to enjoy this campaign, but I think it's important not to run campaigns into the ground. I think that's a risky thing to do for one's own enjoyment. Alright, they all rising up now. That's not particularly problematic for us though. This is why we stationed our many units in the area. And as soon as November is upon us, these cores will be done in their droves. Overextension will no longer even be a number, and we can make our peace. We grab the 4 provinces off of Tabrits, the 3 off of you, and also 1 over here. And since you made me wait so long, I'm taking extra money. It's my favorite kind of money. A coalition will form, you say? I've heard that one before. Many times as it happens. Okay, that should be good. And hopefully I'm not missing anything. Glorious. Prom is right there. If the name itself were just a bit longer, probably look even cooler. But alas, it is not. Pretty cool that we sold a province only to kick their ass and take it back. Okay, there's a little bit of rebel cleanup to be done. But now Russia need to go. They decided for some ungodly reason that Iberians are something to be treasured and protected. I disagree. Wholeheartedly do I disagree. So Russia need to go next. They have no allies, but it's a long trek to Muscovy. I don't even want a lot of provinces. I want, what, 4 provinces? Yeah, this won't cost a lot, but I still need to beat them up to take it. They're attacking yet more. Seems a very Russian way to do things. They warn a lot of countries, they guarantee others, they're horrifically in debt, and they continue to expand. No wind up here, let's just take them on. They seem awfully keen on war, so we need to change that about them. How are we going to start this? You're the closest. Please march on Astrakhan under the divine guidance of Mr. Marino. We'll also bring in Miao to stand guard in Elista. I'm a little low on generals right now, so we're going to have... it's a good question. Who will we have? I think we're going to have Wild Goose join in again. Wild Goose, not the best at fighting, but that's a beautiful amount of siege. We'll get you all into position here. That leaves you kind of on the back burner. That's okay. Extra units when fighting against the Nation of Endless. Extra units could be useful. That's a few of them. It might be useful having people in position here. I may have upgraded that fort, but that doesn't mean it's going to last forever. Uh-oh, the coalition has resumed. Which means I should probably pull the trigger on Great Britain as soon as it's time for it. Because if GB is joining that truce, that's bad news for me. I also forgot to threaten war for those provinces. And I can't do it now that I'm at war. Damn, if Brazil joined in, that means other people are likely to join in. And heavens knows that there are people who want to. I have quite a few free diplomats. What I'm going to do is send a couple more to outraged countries in the hopes that keeps them off my back. Nassau, Shamar. Oh, that's right. I have deeply angered this region. They also want to fight me. Thankfully, GB is playing about in India right now. Is that so? One wonders why. Yeah, Inquisitor didn't last very long, did he? Let's try and have something resembling a lack of national unrest, even though it leaves me without a conquistador. Basra's up in arms. I can't be having that. I'm trying to core the place. Bohemia joined. That is slightly worrisome. He's still big and strong, even though I stripped him of a whole bunch of increased core creation cost land. Isfahan as well. How will I continue to stand on my own 2 feet? Alright, well, let's start by purging the world of the Orthodox. Austria, Ravensburg, I'll keep it coming. Utrecht, in all their... Damn, what is it with the Dutch and their fascination with Africa here? The burghers. The burghers have no influence. I just tell them to sod off. Astrakhan is down, it's a good start, but Russia is big and there's a lot to take. We need to march on Moskva, which means we need to take down Ryazan as well. Shout out to everybody who told me to pronounce it as Ryazan. His troops are probably all over in China. There's little reason for me not to just rush his forts here and try to secure a peace deal before I even have to engage his armies. There's a sidey ways that I can get over to Moskva. We'll make use of it. It's going to be some lovely attrition. Well, that's why I have a lot of Romans to throw at the problem. Trade dispute. Ah, France joined the coalition. Probably should have struck it. No, they were guaranteed by Great Britain. I just need to isolate GB. I do that and I get Austria and Gelre and all that. Austria have land that I want. So we're on a pretty strict time limit here. I have fewer than 2 years. That doesn't seem right. I wonder if less than 2 years actually makes sense if you use it that way. Control drag means you only grab navies. I'm missing somebody. Somebody hasn't produced me that navy, or I miscounted. Both are possible. Plausible, even. Aha, there you are. 30th of April, so let's just give it a couple of days. Yoink. That's a whole lot of navy. I barely have the troops to make a good operation on Britain, but I do have the troops. Sparing everything I can on that front. I could always break truce, Jake. I could, but if I simply wait 2 years, I won't have to break truce. Also means I want Russia dead in 2 years. It's no Operation Impossible, but I need this off of you. Come on, it's 10 measly war score. And that is all I'm after, right? Yeah. Well, hopefully we take down Moskva, a few other forts, and then they see, they understand. Move you over there. Try not to forget about the rebels. Move you over here, because heavens knows there are going to be a bunch of rebels. Fortunately, there are also forts. Also, not a ton of revolt risk, probably because of recent uprisings. The land is arse, though. Oh no. Whew! Emperor Consort Regency, thank God. If it was straight up Regency for Grand Jester, we'd be in one very bad situation. Our regent is 41 years old, though, and infertile. Well, the fertility doesn't matter as long as Grand Jester reaches maturity. Okay, that was very worrisome. Alright, Ryazan fell very quickly. Should probably get you guys working on Muscovy ASAP. You have 4 siege. Hell, you got more than that. Let's perhaps work on more fortifications. If the Russian army appears, well, too bad, I took my risk. Down you go, you're here to defend the region. Should probably start concentrating my units for the invasion of Great Britain. There's no great need for me to peace out Russia before I go to war with Great Britain. I would just rather have a fairly simple war with them to seal off the last of the land that I need. Taking down Muscovy should be enough for that. Oh man, my generals are dropping left and right. No longevity in you guys anymore. My Empress Consort Regent. What a mouthful. Release something from Russia so their font is not bigger than yours. That seems a bit petty. You have to be petty when you're this mighty. Speaking of, I really want that next religious idea, but again, I can't really spare the admin. I'm still focusing on dip though. Why am I focusing on dip? We don't need it so much anymore. We got everything we need. I just have a lot of coring to do. Regardless, I'm still going to focus on dip because there are very compelling reasons to do so. They may be compelling, but yeah, you kind of suck at dip. Let's not bother there. Okay, let's do this. Deus Vault. We unlock a lot of awesome policies. Unrest, missionary strength, unity, more strength. Some great ones for the army as well, which I could definitely put to use. I got more military power than I know what to do with. I'm currently rocking diplomat and extra leader, but I could also be rocking morale and siege ability is great. Morale and morale recovery speed is also great. Why don't we just have both? I really like extra legitimacy, but we don't need it so much anymore. Not when we can have missionary strength. I like that quite a bit, especially when coupled with national unrest, because we get quite a bit of that from the sabotaging. Oh, what's this? I don't have any more free admin policies. You're lying to me. Or are you? No, I get 2 free policies because of the administrative clergy. Well, that's rather useful. Shame my admin policies aren't so good. 2 lazy merchants. I know, we'll just let them be lazy. Well, now that I've taken more land around here, I could certainly take more. Alright, I'm going to take that trade power from you. I'm going to keep 1 as a spare, though, because I always... Oh, hang on, how much power do I have here? This should be mine. Cassia now. Rip and tear. The entire Russian army must be over in the east. Shame on them. Leaving their home undefended like this. That's fine by me. I get to just burn down their provinces. I'm really only looking for forts, though I don't see a great need for me to do more. In fact, that's already enough to get what I want. Nizhny Novgorod saves the day. Now I would love to tear that money away from them. Let's hold out just a bit longer. There's no drive for us to punch, to clean up too quickly here. Especially when Smolensk can fall as well. Did we see any Russian troops? They're all over here. They've all got this war to fight. I caught them by surprise. The most powerful thing to catch. Can you annul guarantees? Oh yeah, that was something that I wanted to do. There we go. Get rid of that guarantee on Castile. I just don't like it. Now suddenly the cost is growing. But he hasn't upgraded his forts, so it's quite easy for me to go and blow them all away. And there's our usual bunch of 5 conversions. Keep them going. It's very expensive. I'll never make this money back. But it's not about the cost. It's about having an empire with one faith. Oh, I didn't even notice that 40 stack was being hidden by the boats there. Alright. Should go cleanly enough. Not kidding around, Russia. I want that money. And you have a lot of money to give. Lots of money is my favorite kind of money. I got no problem dishing out military access. It gives me a bit of a forewarning if people hate me enough to potentially coalition me. Fetishist zealots. You can't be serious. Not really equipped to deal with that. How did you get fetishist zealots down there? It's trade company land, man. Alright, if I take over this vaguely well-developed land... Okay, I seem to recall it being better developed than this. Maybe I'm just thinking of when I play in Russia. Regardless, though, it should help on the peace table. Pest. Well, I'm down to 5 again. That means I need a new general. And damn, do we get good generals on this run. And it keeps the mill at bay and keeps the professionalism up. It's a pretty good one for us all. We'll have Elkhorn back in. Elkhorn was a fantastic ruler in the days of Granada. Did I mention I want that money, Russia? Demands exceeding war score, giving 16 and that 33. Taking Kazan should help out a bit. Bihar, okay. Well, they're all on forts, so it's okay. I also expected there to be revolts here, so it's as long as you can see a problem coming, it's seldom a big issue. Britain, truce, February 21. I have very little time. I should really wrap up this war with Russia, but look at that money. How am I meant to say no to that fat stack of cash? It's difficult. Novgorod's a good province. Let's try and take it. Otherwise, keep on keeping on. Ardabil, again to be expected. So I had my units positioned as such. Rebels are so much less of a problem if you have the armies to take them down. And we have rather aggressively taken land and even reduced autonomy. Notice that I very seldom reduce autonomy in my runs, and yet I did quite a bit here. I don't like dealing with the 3 revolts you're going to get. I like to increase autonomy and maybe get 1 revolt, but it's just better play to reduce autonomy and eat the 3. Sometimes you can get away with not touching autonomy at all. There we go, that's the money I'm after. So I get the money, I get the land, and I get rid of that guarantee that they had on Castile. All things considered, though, not so sure they would have ever really guaranteed Castile, but let's just not take the chance there. I do want to crush Castile at some point. Also a decent truce with Russia, just in case they start getting funny ideas. I did take quite a bit of Orthodox land, so they're not happy with that. Yoink. Nice. Okay, get back to... actually, you can be the one to be at Iderine. You folks move on to the defense of Italia in case we proc the coalition. What's the word proc? What is it short for? I've been using it a lot since getting back into Monster Hunter, but what does it mean? Alright, that should be enough to defend all this, but let's have you hang around here as well. Okay, then we're in a good state for Operation... I don't know, what's a good Roman name? What was the Roman name for the advance into Britannia? Okay, it's not quite time yet, but it will be very soon. No, Holstein, we will not make alliance. Keep asking me. Sea Lion, trust me, I'm an historian, says Larise. Dubious at best here. Caesar's expedition into Albion, Caesar's holiday. More Leo, the what the hell are you doing, Caesar? More like the most creative mission on Caesar 3. Man, just looking at this kind of makes me want to play Caesar 3. Who are you calling in, by the way? Gelre are not longer here. I don't have a very good army for sieging up anything, but, well, not here at least. But I'll still have you guys in position to just basically screw Austria. And just double team the guy. Okay, we are a precious few weeks away, months rather, from invading Britain. We have prepared everything we can conceivably prepare for it, although there's no guarantee for success.